letting number 8650, Terminal 1 replace expansion joints on Departure Ticketing Drive, St. Louis Lambert International Airport. We have 3 bids. Gershenson Construction Company, Inc., GERSHENSON Construction Company, Inc., $459,220. 459,220.00. Cosme Wagner, Inc., KOZENY Wagner, Inc., $419,999. 41999.00. Ben Hur Construction Company, BENHUR Construction Company, $236,403. 236,403.00. With the low bidder, please meet with Ms. Ben in the hallway. Thank you. I know I got stuff here.
The board will hear one hearing today, hearing numbered 8207, which is a revisiting of hearing numbered 8199, is a conditional use revocation hearing regarding 5017 Gravois. An extension was given for the conditional use permit holder to have signage permits approved. During the hearing today, your testimony is being recorded. If you come forward to testify, please state your name and address and be sworn in. As you testify, please direct your comments to the board and not to those in the audience. Members of the audience are asked to remain silent, not coach the witnesses. During your testimony, members of this board may have questions for you. Following the hearing today, the board will proceed with its regular agenda. Following the conclusion of the agenda, the board will deliberate and vote on the hearing. The board will notify the permit holder of its decision by mail. Hearing number 8207 is being conducted pursuant to Section 26.100.030 of the Revised Code of the City of St. Louis. The purpose of the hearing is to determine whether the conditional use permit issued to Edith Subasic and M. Vidovic, DBA, Coco Cafe, to occupy 5017 Gravois as a cafe and full drink bar with front patio, no cooking, subject to certain conditions, should be revoked. The conditional use permit is numbered as 115516. The condition in question is condition number 5, which reads as follows. All signage must have permit approved by the Office of the Zoning Administrator. The Board of Public Service has in its possession the following documents which are being introduced into evidence. Item 1. A certified copy of Section 26.100.030 of the Zoning Code of the City of St. Louis. Item 2. The conditional use permit number 115516 issued to Edith Subasic and M. Vidovic, DBA Coco Cafe, to occupy 5017 Gravois as a cafe and full drink bar with front patio, no cooking, subject to certain conditions. Item 3, a letter dated February 28, 2017, sent to Edith Subasic and M. Vidovic, DBA, Coco Cafe, from the zoning inspector warning of the violations of condition number 5 that were found upon a recent site inspection and the potential for a revocation hearing should the violations not be corrected within 30 days of the date of this letter. Item 4, a memorandum from the zoning inspector to the zoning administrator stating that upon her reinvestigation performed on April 4, 2017, the zoning inspector still found violation of condition number 5 of the conditional use permit. Item 5, public notices for today's hearing. Item 6, the minutes from hearing 8199. And item 7, a certified letter dated October 17, 2017, sent to the conditional use permit holder from the board secretary providing notice of today's hearing. The Office of the Zoning Administrator has the burden to prove the conditional use permit conditions have not been complied with. After all the evidence of the zoning administrator has been presented, the board will ask for additional testimony, if any, in support of the revocation. Then, the conditional use permit holder will be given the opportunity to present evidence. Lastly, the board will hear other testimony in opposition to the revocation, if any. At this time, the board asks a representative from the Office of the Zoning Administrator to please come forward and be sworn in.
Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
So help me God.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay. I'm turning in 2 reports today. One of the reports is from October the 10th, where we were supposed to have a hearing and it wasn't there. And then I have a report from today. As of today, this business is closed. All signage has been removed except for the no trespassing signs, and the business closed on its own. However, I did also turn in to you today the 2 nuisance letters that were sent from the Department of Public Safety to the business.
So just to be clear, the conditions have been resolved. However, the business is no longer in business, correct?
Correct.
And we also have a couple of nuisance letters that were issued by Department of Public Safety?
Correct.
Okay. Any questions from the board?
Do we have a copy of those nuisance letters? Or the file? The nuisance letter, do we have this? Okay. I didn't see it before, sorry. Were these already in evidence? Were these admitted in evidence? Okay, sounds good, sorry.
Okay. Any further questions from the board? Thank you very much. If there's anyone else present who wishes to testify in support of the revocation, please come forward and be sworn in. Seeing none, the board asks the conditional use permit holder to please come forward and be sworn in if present. I'd like to note for the record, the conditional use permit holder is not present. If there's anyone present opposing this revocation who wishes to testify, please come forward and be sworn in. Seeing none, I would like to add this report from the zoning inspector as additional evidence into today's hearing as item A. The matter concerning hearing number 8207 is now closed and submitted. The board will move on to its regular agenda. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie is excused. Director Wilson is excused. Director Hayes.
Here.
Director Augustin. Here. Director Moore. Director Edwards is excused. And President Bradley.
Here we have a quorum. I'll call the meeting in order.
From the President. Plans and specifications for letting number 8653, concrete and brick removal, replacement, and complete sidewalk installation, SP 106. Plans and specifications for letting number 8654, PA system replacement, Phase 2 at St. Louis Lambert International Airport. PSA number 1208, real estate acquisition and appraisal services for multiple transportation improvement program projects in the city of St. Louis. Supplemental agreement number 9 to PSA number 1138, electrical, mechanical, and plumbing design services, Lambert St. Louis International Airport. Supplemental Agreement Number 10 to PSA Number 1138, Electrical, Mechanical, and Plumbing Design Services, Lambert, St. Louis International Airport. From the President, Director of Public Utilities and Streets, joint recommendation that permit for Washington Place Special Business District Neighborhood Association to build a permanent monumental gate or street marker at the intersection of Union and Washington Place, which consists of plant beds, stone columns that will support an overhead steel arch and monument sign, and place lights around the project. Recommends approval subject to certain conditions. From the Director of Public Utilities, recommendation that the board declares as an emergency closed-circuit television, CCTV inspections of select sewers and outfalls at the Howard Bend Water Treatment Plant. Recommends approval subject to certain conditions. From the Director of Public Utilities and Streets, joint recommendation that the following permits be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Ameren, Missouri, to install a new pole for commercial service in the strip mall at 3636 Page. Ameren, Missouri, to install a new pole in alley at 5878 Delmore, east of intersection of Delmore and Laurel, to hang transformer for mixed-use 6-unit building. MCI Metro, to install new manhole over existing Verizon's MCI fiber located at the intersection of North 23rd and St. Louis Avenue. Open cut from new manhole location at the intersection of North 23rd Street and St. Louis Avenue for approximately 65 feet heading east on St. Louis Avenue to existing Ameren, Missouri manhole. There will be a 5-inch PVC conduit placed in the open cut with 5 1-inch inner ducts placed inside the 5-inch PVC, etc. AT&T, to begin in the alley on the south side at the rear of 4977 West Pine. AT&T contractor will place 2-inch roll pipe conduit and fiber cable inside. Contractor will cut north from the existing AT&T handhold 14 feet, then bore west 150 feet to South Kings Highway. Bore will turn south on South Kings Highway for 240 feet to West Pine. Saw cut and restore will turn east 30 feet into grass area between the existing sidewalk and curb line of the north side of West Pine. Bore will continue east 160 feet for existing AT&T handhold at the front of 4961 West Pine. From the Director of Public Utilities and Public Safety, joint recommendation that the following permits be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Hyundai Properties LLC to subdivide land at 2730 through 32 Accomack in City Block 1379, and Black Line Investments LLC to consolidate land at 3600 through 20 Texas in City Block 1648. From the Director of Streets, recommendation that the following permits be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. St. Margaret of Scotland Church to hang banners on pole on 39th Street from Shaw to Botanical and on the 3900 block of Castleman. And Old Rock House LLC to encroach with 2 bollards at 1200 South 7th Street. From the Director of Health and Hospitals and Public Safety, joint recommendation that permit for Foundations Massage and Wellness to operate a massage establishment at 4056 Russell be filed by reason of the fact that no massage therapy business is no longer at this address. From the Director of Public Safety, now we have the conditional uses.
Good afternoon, Mr. President and members of the board. My name is Michael Vicentainer, zoning plan examiner for the city, and I'll be representing the building commissioner at today's meeting. Per board order number 766, transmitted herewith are recommendations for the following conditional use agenda applications. Approval with conditions is recommended for 5 applications at 7830 through 32 Ivory, 3467 Hampton, 6037 Chippewa, 3025 Chippewa, and 4981 Thrush.
On 4981 Thrush, which is the daycare, I just want to make sure that The only thing that we're doing with this application is increasing the number of occupants from 65 children to 100, is that correct?
Yes, apparently this particular application went before conditional use, and then board approved it back in the spring. Apparently, the application for 65 children was an error. This is actually an expansion, and the applicant stated that in the past she's had approval for 70 or somewhere in the 70 range of children. So 100 was what it was meant to be.
Thank you. Any other questions from the board on the conditional uses? Seeing none, I'll take a motion, please.
Motion to approve conditional uses.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve the conditional uses. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie is excused. Director Wilson is excused. Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Augustin.
Aye.
Director Moore.
Aye.
Director Edwards is excused, and President Bradley.
Aye. Conditional uses are approved. Hearing number 8207 for 5017 Gravois. Conditional use permit number 115516 Coco Cafe. We heard from the zoning inspector that the condition issue had been rectified. However, the business has closed on its own, and that there were a couple of letters that were included today in the submittal for evidence of a nuisance property. I believe after conferring with legal counsel for the board, as well as a recommendation from the alderperson, that it would be in our best interest to revoke the conditional use so that a new applicant would have to come and reapply before they could take over the business. Any further comments?
Based upon the testimony in which you just reiterated, President Bradley, I make a motion to revoke the conditional use for 5017 Gravois.
Second.
Okay, been moved and seconded for revocation. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie is excused. Director Wilson is excused. Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Augustin.
Aye.
Director Moore.
Aye.
Director Edwards is excused, and President Bradley.
Aye, revoked. I'd like to turn your attention to our meeting minutes from last Tuesday, November 7th, 2017. Yes. Yes. So you're not thinking we have enough to do it? We don't have. Right. Okay. Right. So we are not going to approve the minutes today because we don't have a majority present of our voting members. So we will table that item till next week. Thank you. Today's agenda, are there any questions or comments on the agenda? Seeing none, I'll take a motion, please.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Moved and second for approval. Can you call the roll, please?
Director Scobie is excused. Director Wilson is excused. Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Augustin.
Aye.
Director Moore.
Aye.
Director Edwards is excused, and President Bradley.
Aye, the agenda is approved. Motion for adjournment, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, meeting adjourned. Thank you.